Meet Michael, a 38-year-old skeptic whose life was irrevocably transformed by a near-death experience following a catastrophic car accident. In that suspended moment between life and death, he finds himself thrust into a stunning cosmic realm where angelic beings unveil urgent prophetic warnings about the Earth, shattering everything he believed possible. Imagine standing on the brink of mortality and being confronted by the divine. What happens when a skeptic meets celestial beings? These warnings are not just mere whispers. They may very well redefine our understanding of existence. Could they alter the very fabric of reality as we know it? As Michael journeys through this ethereal plane, a sense of wonder intertwines with dread, leaving him to ponder. What profound truths will be revealed to him, and will they resonate with us all? It all happened so quickly. One moment, I was driving down the road, lost in thought, and the next, I remember the screeching tires, the shattering glass, and the overwhelming impact that rattled my entire being. It was as if time had shattered alongside the windshield, each moment stretching and condensing into a surreal blur. In the midst of the chaos, I felt a strange detachment from my body. This was not just a physical separation, it was as if I were floating above the wreckage, observing the frantic efforts of the paramedics rushing to my side. From that vantage point, I could hardly comprehend the urgency of the situation. It felt surreal, almost dreamlike. In that moment of realization, a profound sense of peace washed over me. I could feel myself slipping away, transitioning into a realm that felt entirely foreign yet comfortingly familiar. It was as if I was being cradled in the very arms of existence itself, embraced by a profound energy that seemed to weave through everything around me. The terror and pain from the accident began to dissolve, replaced by an exquisite silence that enveloped my consciousness. Gone were my earthly fears and doubts. They faded into the background like distant echoes, a stark contrast to the chaos I had just escaped. As I drifted into this new space, I was filled with awe. The colors around me danced with vibrancy, more alive than anything I had experienced in my previous life. The light was unlike anything I had ever seen, radiant and pure, illuminating every corner of this ethereal realm. It enveloped me, bathing my being in warmth and love. This newfound serenity was a balm for my soul, confirming to me that I was indeed in a sacred environment, free from the weight of the world I had known. What do we really know about life after death? I pondered this question as the tranquility wrapped around me like a soft blanket. I felt liberated from the confines of my skeptic's heart, where doubts once resided. Instead, I was an active participant in a cosmic symphony, each note resonating with profound truths beyond my comprehension. I was no longer just Michael, the skeptic, the accountant, the man burdened by life's trivialities. I was a soul on a journey, a spirit transitioning into knowledge that would forever transform my understanding of existence. Looking back at the chaotic scene I had just left behind, I realized that it marked the beginning of something far more significant than I could ever have imagined. This initiation into the near-death experience became not just a moment of survival, but a doorway into understanding. The first step toward uncovering the urgent messages that awaited me in the depths of light ahead. As I floated in that transcendent space, a brilliant light began to coalesce around me, illuminating the shadows of my fears and doubts. Suddenly, I saw figures approaching, angels bathed in an ethereal glow. Their presence radiated warmth and love, a balm to my fragile spirit. They appeared as celestial beings, almost translucent, with shimmering wings that glowed softly like the dawn breaking over a dark horizon. As they surrounded me, I was enveloped by a wave of compassion and wisdom that flowed effortlessly into me. In that moment, I realized I was not merely gazing at these divine entities. Their energy and essence were intertwined with a love and understanding that transcended any earthly perception I had ever known. The beauty of their form was breathtaking, but it paled in comparison to the deep connection I felt. It was an intimacy of the soul, a recognition that we were woven from the same fabric of existence. What struck me most was how they communicated, not through spoken language, but rather through images and sensations that leaped directly into my mind, igniting sparks of clarity. Their messages weren't just heard, they were felt, imprinted within the very essence of my being. As they shared their urgent revelations, a torrent of images flooded my consciousness. Visions of chaos and upheaval. I witnessed Mother Nature roaring in fury, hurling storms and earthquakes like a warning bell ringing across the globe. I felt the pulse of humanity struggling with division and animosity, the fabric of society fraying at the seams. Yet alongside these ominous images, I sensed a compelling need for humanity to unite, to embrace compassion as our guiding light. The weight of their messages crushed me momentarily, but it was swiftly replaced by an overwhelming sense of purpose, coursing through my veins like a river bursting forth from a dam. They revealed not only the threats looming on the horizon, but also the power that lay within each of us to turn the tide. I understood that the smallest acts of kindness could create ripples of change, that love was the antidote to despair. My heart surged at the clarity of it all. There was still hope if we could rise together. Their energy swirled around me, and I felt a profound connection, not just to these angels, but to every soul on earth. What urgent messages did they come to share? I questioned as the visions began to fade, leaving me grasping at threads of understanding. I could sense the gravity of the task instilled in me, to take their warning and spread it far and wide, awakening others to the love and action required in these crucial times. In that swirling abyss of knowledge and emotion, I held a revelation that demanded to be heard. In the stillness of that moment, I felt not just a weight lifting, but a calling, one that echoed in the silence around me. It was as if the very air vibrated with purpose, every breath infusing me with a sense of responsibility that I had never known before. The angels had shared a truth that resonated deep within my soul. The state of our world hangs in delicate balance, and the urgency to act had never been clearer. I could feel an invisible thread stretching beyond my individual existence, connecting me to every person struggling in the shadows, to every tree gasping for breath, and to every child yearning for hope. This connection ignited a fire within me, one that demanded to be expressed. The angels reminded me that small, compassionate actions aggregate into a monumental shift. Each act of kindness, no matter how trivial it may seem, has the power to ripple outward, igniting change and inspiring others in ways we cannot even begin to envision. I realized that I was not alone in this journey. We are all interconnected. Every decision we make shapes the world we share. In reflecting on this monumental truth, I couldn't help but ponder, what legacy do you want to leave for future generations? This is not merely a casual question. It is a profound invitation to turn inward and evaluate how our lives can be vessels for change, reflecting the love and insights imparted to us during such extraordinary encounters. With this newfound perspective, I urge you to consider the tangible actions you can take. Think about planting a tree, nurturing life that gives back to the earth. Imagine volunteering in your community where your hands can serve those who need a helping hand, creating bonds that heal the wounds of isolation. Or simply reach out to someone in need. A simple message or call can bolster a spirit and inspire hope. Each of these actions may seem small on their own, but together they weave a tapestry of care that can combat the challenges we face on a global scale. As you reflect on these teachings and your role in this collective journey, I invite you to join this movement. If this message resonates with you like this video, subscribe for more life-altering insights and share your own commitments to ethical living in the comments below. The community we create is vital. It is a sanctuary where our shared aspirations can flourish into action. Together we can rise to this challenge and illuminate the world. Let us unite in purpose, fostering a future brimming with compassion and understanding. I look forward to connecting with each of you as we embark on this transformational journey together. See you in the next video.